Men and women, welcome back to CG Unplugged. I've not given up on this podcast. I'm back. I know it's been 2, maybe 3 weeks, something like that. I understand life gets busy, okay? Not my life, just some people's lives, which causes my life to get busy. Anyways, I know it's been a while, but we're back. We're here. We're alive, uploading again. Not giving up on this thing. Just took a short little break a few times this year. This year's been really bad for podcasting. I maybe uploaded like 3 or 4 episodes. I apologize. I know I got all 34 of you waiting on me. Okay, I understand. I'm letting you down. The only person I'm letting down is myself, all right? Get it? But I am back with another episode on a Thursday night, as usual. Life has been busy. I had spent a lot of time on my skit in January, pretty much the whole month of January dedicated to that. And then the film festival, we'll get in. We got a lot of stuff to get into, as we do when we miss 3 weeks worth of episodes. So, my fault on that, yes. But starting off with, what was the last episode? I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. Chiefs lost the Super Bowl, which was fantastic. I think I recorded this episode, or last episode, right before the Super Bowl, and I was saying that if Chiefs won, dude, it's World War III. I'm going to have a public freak out, crash out, whatever you call it. It's going to be bad. But they got destroyed. We all know the real score was like 40-6. Those last few touchdowns were just stat padding. Mahomes' real stats were like 80 yards, 2 interceptions, and a fumble. And then they threw in their third strings, and then they scored a couple touchdowns. So it means nothing. Chiefs lost. Yeah, go Birds. I'm not even a Birds fan. I'm saying we're not going to talk about football, okay? We're not. Even though the exciting whites, Cooper DeJean, breaking the color barrier. First starting white cornerback since, dude, I don't know. Since the beginning of the United States, 1776, since football was invented. I don't know. It's been a while since we've had a white cornerback. And I'm excited about it, all right? It's our Jackie Robinson. White boys are back, the exciting whites. But no, that was a good day for me, honestly. We love watching the Chiefs lose. I've been thinking about like starting some sort of series or like something each episode. I don't know, like a top 5 or something. I mean, at this point in spirit, we could do top 5 plane crashes because what is going on right now, America? Delta Airlines. I mean, I swear every time I open up my phone, there's another plane crash. I don't know what's happening. I got my flying done in 2024. I've not flown yet this year, and I'm sort of glad. Feel a little safer because, man, what is happening? And some people are saying this is like there's less plane crashes this January and February than last January and February. It's just the news is reporting on it more. Yeah, not sure I believe that. Maybe like not nationwide, maybe like internationally, but like in the United States or at least North America, there's definitely been a lot more, I feel like. Maybe the media is reporting it, but a plane literally flipped upside down last week. Not sure how that happens. I watched it because I was genuinely curious. Like, at what point did it, whoop, And turns out it landed and then broke a wing off, and that caused it to go upside down. Thank God everyone survived. They offered to give the victims like $30,000 or something. Telling you right now, don't take that money. You're worth more than $30,000. That Delta Airlines, I think it was Delta. I don't actually know. Let's just say it's Delta because Delta's like, the easiest one to blame because they always have problems. I've had bad experience, as we know. We won't get into it. But don't take that $30,000 because I guarantee if you take that $30,000, you're going to sign somewhere that you can't sue or be part of a lawsuit or anything like that. And $30,000 is what? A new Honda nowadays? I mean, $30,000 is like 12 cartons of eggs. It's not getting you much. All right, after taxes, maybe $20,000. That's hardly... I mean, you can't even buy a Mustang, a brand new Mustang with that money. And if you can't buy a Mustang after flipping upside down in a plane accident, what are we doing here, right? And I think this actually happened in Canada, but it was coming from the United States, if I remember correctly. It was in Canada, coming from like Minnesota or Michigan or something like that. But still, $30,000 is not a lot of money. Not enough, certainly, for flipping upside down in an airplane where you so easily could have died. Everyone on that plane should be dead. It's a miracle they're alive. And it's funny, everyone was saying, like, don't record. Obviously, they're trying to get you out of there safely, so I understand, like, don't be on your phone. It's just a waste of time, and you're trying to get out of a plane that flipped upside down. But at the same time, dude, I'm recording. I'm grabbing my camera out of my bag, my GoPro, my camera, everything. Dude, I'll find a way to record with a toaster if I have to. We're going to get creative because I need evidence. I want to record that. There's one person that has a video of them all going out. That's money right there because he's probably one of very few people that actually did that. And that's evidence, and that's going to be shown all across courtrooms and all across the new board meetings and all across CNN, MSNBC, Fox. Like, that's money, all right? Before I showed anybody that, I would demand money, right? I would charge thousands of dollars per download for that video. I would not upload it to YouTube or anything. It'd be very tempting not to upload it on my Instagram story. I'd upload a picture. We'll go with a picture. Picture's fair enough. Lots of people took pictures afterwards, I'm sure. But he might be one of the very few people that took a video from inside the plane. And that you're sitting on money there, bud. So just know that. I don't even know if you get money from submitting videos to the news. I've never done it before. I'm going to start trying. I'm going to start taking videos of everything. And if it's news, give me $500. If it's really worth it to you, KHQ, local news, $500. It's good evidence right here. This is top quality, 1080p. Now give me my money, right? That's how I'm going to make money now. I'm just going to quit my job and start recording random things until something goes wrong, and then I'm rich. I don't even know if that's how it works. But if they want the video, if they want the high quality, the then and now, then and there, right there up in front, gotta give me some of that moolah. No, but I would file a lawsuit or there's going to be probably a massive lawsuit. I don't know if all the victims are going to get together and it's going to be like a giant one or if they're each going to sue, but for sure you need to sue because $30K, dude, that is bare minimum, if even. $100K would be bare minimum. I'm asking for millions. I mean, what's the price of a human life here? Some people suffered injuries, some people didn't. I'm sure a lot of stuff was damaged. A few episodes ago, I talked about how a bag flew out of a plane. There's a video of a backpack flying out of a plane or from under the plane. I think it was from under the plane. And it got destroyed. That's when you say, you know what I had in that bag? And you start naming the most expensive, like Rolexes, just, multiple iPhones, PSA 10 Charizards. Like, you just start saying, I had all this stuff. I was flying to Canada because I was going to get it sold. I was selling it to a buyer, multiple buyers of PSA 10 Charizards and Rolexes. And there was about $3 million in that bag. So I want, a few million for my life and my injuries. And then I want that to be compensated. It's just, you just got to play the game. A plane flipped upside down, right? I don't care about ethics. Don't come after me in the comments like, oh, that's so wrong. A plane flipped upside down, okay? Anything goes. Let's be realistic here. This isn't a car accident. All right? This is extreme. But yeah, that's what's going on. We could easily do a top 5 of that, but we could also do top 5 of with this podcast, criminals. We talk about a lot of stories, a lot of crime going on. But before we get into that, we'll circle back. The Spokane Comedy Film Festival was last weekend, and I submitted that skit, of course. And I was super excited. It was shown on a theater with 450 seats. I think it was shown Friday night and Saturday night. I want to say a total of about 500 people saw it. Somewhere between 400 and 500 would be a good guess. Maybe even more. I don't really know the numbers, but it was a big theater, and it was super exciting. It was a really fun event. There's about 30 skits total, and some of these skits, $50,000 budgets, straight out of Hollywood. There was one called John Thick by Caden something. My buddy knows him. I don't know. Great little filmmaker. But this thing was legit. It looked like I was watching a movie with a $1 million budget. And it was 7 minutes long. It was entertaining. It was cool. It was funny. But, it just wiped the park because everyone else recorded on their iPhone or a camera, a decent camera, but not $50,000 budget. There were some others in there that also had at least somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000 budgets, if not more, just because of all the props and camera work and just tech and audio. You could just tell expensive budget. My budget, I don't know if you count the camera or not. I've already had the camera for a year. It's not even mine, it's my buddy's, but our budget was sub $200. I went cheap with the props. I just paid my friends in food and snacks and White Monsters, which, by the way, great payment. You need your friends to do something? White Monsters and snacks. If they're good friends, they'll take that as a payment. All right? If they're not good friends, they don't take it. Now you know. Not good friends. But all you need is a White Monster and a bag of Cheetos, and you could build pyramids, dude. That's what I'm telling you. You can get a lot done. You can build Rome in a day with a White Monster and a bag of Cheetos. So just take my advice. You don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on a crew. It's as simple as that. You just got to think smarter, all right? Think smarter, not harder, whatever they say. That dad's saying. But anyways, I submitted the film. I'm super excited. I didn't realize there was a list, in order where they go. So the whole time I was waiting, where's mine? Because there's 30 total. I think there was 30. It was 28 or 30 total skits. And ours was third or fourth to last. So the whole time, there was a 15-minute intermission in between. We're waiting hours for our to play. And I went Friday nights, and it was showing both Friday and Saturday nights at the Garland Theater downtown in Spokane. If you're not from around here, if you are, check it out. But I got to our skit, and I was super excited. So, I'm sitting there, so nervous, and the audio was messed up. Yeah, the audio was an entire second or two behind. So the mouths were moving, and then the audio came out. It was bad. It was bad. Super embarrassing. I wanted to hide. I wanted to run out of there. It was bad. It was very embarrassing. And I was sitting next to people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, your skit was good." I'm like, "Don't lie to me. Don't do this right now. I don't need your lies. Just say it was horrible." But turns out the file I submitted, it was like 4K with like 100 FPS. File was too big, let's just say that. And the theater had trouble processing that file. Somehow Mr. $50,000 budget man didn't have any issues with his file. Don't know how. His looked like 4K. I don't know. So, yeah, that was embarrassing. The entire 4-minute skit flopped. I mean, I got a few laughs, but like everything was based on comedic timing. And when the mouths are moving and then 2 seconds later, the words come out and then the scenes are cutting and everyone's like, what's going on? It was confusing even for me, and I filmed the whole thing and acted in it. And, it was just, yeah, audience was not quite understanding what was going on. So I texted the director, great guy, know him personally, he's awesome. And I was like, yo, the audio got messed up. Was that my fault? Did I submit a bad file? I went home, like I was ready to just bang my head against the wall because I thought it was my fault. This was like a rookie mistake. I thought I submitted him a bad corrupted file, like something in the encoding process messed up and I hadn't noticed. Nah, I got home. My file was fine. The upload I sent was fine. It just turns out, like I said, file was way too big. I don't know what I was doing with my fancy 4K 100 FPS video, but you don't need that from a film festival. It's my first time, all right? I'm learning. Very first time submitting a film. I want it to be high quality. It was shot with a camera that records in 4K, so I was like, well, got to send it in 4K 100 FPS. You don't need 100 FPS. You can probably do 4K, but... So I guess it kind of was my fault, but also, I don't know. I don't know if it went wrong with the theater or the computer or where it went wrong. But then eventually he fixed the audio so the second showing on Saturday night worked and it played smoothly and it got laughs and actually got a few votes. Didn't win. Certainly didn't even place top 5 or top 10. But it did better. So it got fixed and it did better and it actually got a genuine reaction. So I'm thankful for that. I wish I could just, like the Men in Black, little forget everyone's memory from the first night. Because when you have a skit or a festival, we have a festival with 30 skits and only one of them is messed up, definitely looks like it was my fault, right? It does not look like it was the theater's fault or the film festival's fault. It looked like it was my fault. So that's why it was super embarrassing because it looked like I'm the one that screwed up because I was the only one that had one that was screwed up. But we're all good now. It's in the past. It was an honest mistake, nothing personal from the director, but it was a fun event. There were some very good skits from local comedians at the club. They were just so funny. They were so well written, so well edited and recorded, so great. But then there was those $50,000 budget ones, which of course they won. I think they placed like first and third, but it's just because how much money, time, and effort was put into it. Probably had a crew of like 100 people. I don't know. But I like the ones where it's just a few people with a camera and iPhone and it's just genuine comedy. It's not like this huge, expensive Hollywood production thing. But it was a good time, and I'm glad to be a part of it. We will be back. We'll be submitting another video. I'm already writing another one. I wanted to get out one a month, but it's been a busy quarter one. Let me tell you, winter quarter, going into spring now. It's going to be March by the time this comes out. It's getting a little busy. A little busier than I'd like. So we're still going to have it out by March for sure. It's going to be a fun one. This one I think is going to be funnier. You learn from the first one. Which I did. I learned from the first one. Lots of mistakes. You guys probably didn't notice because of the editing, but lots of mistakes on my part from the first one as the filmer director. So we're going to change that up, and we're going to have a better skit for y'all, and it's going to get better and better each month, and we're going to make you laugh and entertained, hopefully. So go make sure to check out my Skits channel, plug it in the description or something. You can also just go to my Instagram for the link tree, but I'm excited about that. The first festival was a learning curve. It was a learning experience. It certainly was. But it was a fun time regardless. I was glad to be a part of it. Comedy has also been going well. Been going 2 times a week to all the open mics and all that. And it's been a lot of fun. I did 4 brand new minutes yesterday of all brand new jokes. And it went pretty good. some new stuff about Spokane and homeless people, of course. Talk a lot about homeless people and Spokane and crime. Those are my big ones. Dark humor. It's a little bit everywhere. But back to what were we circling back to? The planes? Oh, the criminals. That's right. I feel like we could do top 5 criminals of the week. We might start doing top 5 criminals of the week. It was either that or top 5 blondes, which Ryan Gosling has to be up there, right? Not saying he's 1 or 5, but he's in the top 5. Pete Davidson's up there too. Remember when he dyed his hair blonde? That counts. I don't know if he's top 5, but he's up there somewhere, right? There's a lot of people who dyed their hair blonde. I don't know if we'll count that. Got to be a natural blonde. But Ryan Gosling for sure is up there. But anyways, I'm sure maybe you guys have heard about this. There was somebody, where was it, Chicago? Somebody in Chicago faked a seizure to steal some puppies, like bulldogs. I want to say English bulldogs, if I read the story correctly. Some man in Chicago fainted in a pet shop, pretended to faint, and stole some bulldogs. Now, apparently English bulldogs go for a lot of money. I mean, like, I thought hunting dogs were expensive, or like huskies or stuff. These little English bulldogs, which I'd never get a small dog in the first place. That's red flag number 1, dude. I don't need a cat-sized dog. Cats are as bad as it is. Dude, all they are just obstacles that you can kick around. I'm not saying you should do it. Not saying I do it. But small animals are really no good. Come after me in the comments. I don't really care. Said what I said. Yeah, this person stole, I'm going to assume they're English bulldogs because they're valuable. They could have been some other breed of bulldogs. Could have been mutts. Who knows? Maybe he's a crackhead that got some wind of a smart idea. If I fainted, my buddy can steal the dogs. Which, what a weird thing to steal. If I was faking a faint, dude, we're going for way higher valuable items. All right? I'm not faking a faint in risk of some puppies. First of all, a little inhumane and cruel that you're stealing animals. Like, dude, go for some jewelry or a bank. Dude, I'm gonna faint in a Chase Bank, and my buddy's going straight for the vault. Okay? That's easy. That's light work. That's actually thinking smart. Stealing dogs is just so weird to me, unless they're English bulldogs. But then, like, how are you gonna sell them? I'm sure they're like chipped or whatever because they have a little chip inside of them. Which is, if we still do that, I don't really know. But fun story. One time I was selling my Mustang 2 years ago, about whenever I sold my car, and I put in there no trades because, like, I don't know, some people trade like cars for bikes or like a car for a truck if you don't want to trade, or a boat, something like that. I was trying to sell my Mustang for around like $3,000, and someone was like, "Hey, I got some English bulldog puppies. Would you trade for that?" Sorry, you want to trade me some dogs for a car? I live in an apartment by myself. What am I going to do with 3 English bulldogs? Is this real? Is this a prank? I like asked them. I like double checked, and I was like, sure enough, on their Facebook page, they had an ad for like English bulldogs because they had puppies. I don't even know if they're legally breeding them. I'd probably have the FBI knock on my door and say, "Hey, these, because they tax everything. The FBI you have to have a license for everything. You have to pay tax on everything. Everything's regulated. It sucks." So they'd probably knock on my door. Those bulldogs regulated? They licensed? Like, I'm not trading puppies for a car. Like, what are we saying here? This is just nice try. I mean, I applaud them for trying. That was like fun. That was a fun text to receive. Opening that up. Would you trade 3 English bulldogs for a car? I might now. I'm definitely open up your message. Now I'm intrigued. But yeah, I looked it up and they go for like $1,000 a little pup. Dude, you ever just be driving like out in the public and you just have a dog look at you? Oh my gosh, I love that, dude. A dog looking at, like, because they see you in the car. I swear I'm a dog whisperer, dude. I'm driving down the road, someone's walking their dog, and he looks at me. What's up, boy? Like, I know you see me. Like, think about it. They're an animal. They just see a car, a truck, and they might know people are in there, but he makes eye contact with me, bro. Right through the driver's seat, just looking at me. Like, what's up, dog? I just like that, dude. I don't know. I think dogs can see me. I think I'm a dog whisperer. They understand me. And clearly, if a dog is making eye contact with me through a truck or a vehicle, there's some level of intelligence there. Like, they know that a person's driving that vehicle behind that glass window. Pretty impressive, you ask me. I mean, a cat couldn't do that. I'm just saying, cats couldn't look at you through the door or through a window, even if it was no tinted. If it was just straight fishbowl. Cat's not looking at you. Cat doesn't even know what's going on. All right. Who takes their cats for car rides? People do that. Do you guys take your cats for car rides? Because, dude, there's nothing better than a car ride with your dog. But with a cat, I mean, it's going to claw up everything. It's probably going to hop on your lap and your face while you're driving and cause an accident. Maybe that's why so many like young females get in accidents. Do we ever check if there's a cat in the car? Now, like men my age get in accidents because we're dumb and we drive reckless. But like women, you know, maybe the reason they hit so many curbs is because their cat just pawed their leg. Do we ever investigate that? And it's like, what is it? Progressive? How many claims have been filed because a cat caused an accident in the vehicle? Like, do y'all drive with your... Is this a genuine question? Y'all drive with your cats or not? Let me know in the comments. I just thought of that. I've never driven with a cat before unless I'm taking it to the vet. Thank God. Put it down. Just kidding. Kidding. I've actually owned a cat when I was younger. Her name was Chessie. I don't really know why we named it Chessie. It was a stray cat and it just kept showing up to our house. We didn't have a pet at the time. No dog, no cat, no fish, nothing. We didn't even have a dang ant in the house, bro. Not even a spider in there. The thing was clean of any critters. Nothing moved in there other than us. I don't know if you can count my younger brother as a pet, but kind of treated him like one. But yeah, then we got this cat, and it just kept coming back every time we let him go. Cat just came back, and so we adopted it. We took it to the vet. You know, it had a little chip in it, and then we found the owners. It was like a divorced family. Texted and called both of them. Never heard back for like multiple weeks. So the vet was like, "Yeah, just take it. It's yours now." And when I was 10, no, actually, how old was I? Nah, I would have been 10. Would have been younger than that. Maybe like 8. I don't know. I've never had a pet before. I had a dog before, like when I was like 1 year old. Hardly remember. But we had to get rid of it because it kept trying to eat me. Dude, I have horror stories. This dog, Sadie, she was a chocolate lab. We got her as a puppy. And then she grew up. And she found that I was her favorite chew toy. And she would grab me by my pant leg. And I mean, I'm 4 years old. 20 pounds or whatever. That might be a little generous. But 4 years old. Whatever size and weight that is. And anytime I wore pants or anything, dude, she would just latch on and drag me across the yard like a horror movie. Not even kidding. You know, like the horror movies when the ghost grabs them and they're like clawing at the floor. That was me in my backyard tearing up grass because my dog would just grab me by my leg and just run around like I was some, I don't know, long toy that was just fun to play with. Only me. I don't know if she did to my brother. My brother, you know, was 2 years older than me, so he might have been a little bigger. But she would just use me as a human chew toy. And I think we were actually scared she'd eat my sister. When we gave birth, give myself credit. When my mom gave birth to my sister, we were actually genuinely scared that the dog might eat her. So we were like, this isn't going to work. So we had to sell her. Hope she's doing well. She's definitely dead. Rest in peace. But yeah, that got real crazy real fast. And so we went, I don't know, whenever that was, when I was 6 years old, all the way to, I guess that's only like 2 or 3 years. We went a few years without an animal. Nah, we sold her when I was like 4 or 5. After she got big enough to start dragging me across the yard, parents were like, yep, this is probably not good. But they recorded it on video like multiple times because they thought it was hilarious. And now looking back, was pretty funny. If I saw my 3-year-old getting dragged by a dog, you can't lie. A few chuckles are coming out, dude. Because she was friendly. Like, she didn't like bite or like, you know, hurt anybody. She just thought it was fun. She thought dragging humans around backyards was like normal for dogs. Thank God my other 2 dogs did not think that because, well, I'm also not small enough to drag her across the yard. Maybe it's a me thing, dude. Dogs just love torturing me for some reason. But back to the story. Went without a pet for a little bit. And so we got this cat. I think her original name was Boots because it shows on the little chip there. Because she had like, that's the most basic thing, dude. Naming your cat Boots. Don't you ever name a dog Boots. That would just piss me off, dude. Don't name a dog Boots. But yeah, this cat was named Boots because it had the 4 white paws. So original, I know. So we changed that because thank goodness my parents were smart enough. But we named it Chessie for some reason, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't remember why. I think because she was black and white, like a chess set. But that doesn't make much sense either. Checker would have been more, I don't even know. But she was terrified. You know, we let her in the house finally. She was an outside cat for like months. And then finally let her in. She was pretty chill. And then I don't think she liked me or my brother or any of us because she would just hide under the bed, behind the couch. She rarely was out and about. She'd snuggle up occasionally, but most of the time she just head. And that's one thing I don't understand about having cats. If your cat just hides the whole time, I mean, is it even a pet? At that point, it's just a prisoner. It's letting you know it wants to escape. Like, oh yeah, I have a pet cat. No, dude, that thing hides under your bed. That is a prisoner of the state. You need to let that thing free. It doesn't like you. If your cats are out and about and they hang out with you on the couch and the bed and stuff, that's totally fine. But if your cat was anything like mine, and, you know, I might have a lot of responsibility to why it would hide a lot. I never, like, hit it or hurt it, but chasing is not, you know, give a little run up the stairs and chase it. That was all fun and games. I think I was just pouring my trauma out from my dog experience into the cat, to be honest. Looking back, I think we've matured enough to realize that that's what I was doing. So, my fault on that. I've grown since then. I no longer chase cats or dogs. I never chase dogs, but I don't chase any animals, regardless. Yeah, our cat it only hid under the bed. And so at that point, you know, why even have, I mean, we never saw the thing. It would literally go to its litter box to use the bathroom, go eat food, and like we'd catch it coming home from like the store if we all left, and to be like eating food, and then boom, it's running upstairs, hiding under the bed. And trust me, me and my brother got creative. We tried boarding up that bed. We just shut the door, right? So if we just shut my parents' door, she couldn't hide under the bed. Now what? Well, that's what we thought. Time to figure out what's plan 2. What is Chessie's plan 2? When that bedroom door is shut, what's plan B? Where's she going? It was just another bed. Spoiler alert. And then if we close all the doors upstairs, then that's when I felt bad, because like you chase her upstairs and then she's just in a corner and she just got her ears back. This sounds evil. I never hurt the cat, okay? I never ever hurt the cat, but we had little fun races and chasing, all right? We hunted the cat for sport, but we never hurt it, because I would never hurt an animal unless it was like a bear or something scary like that. But regardless, there was like, I mean, what else is happening? Doge is happening. I guess people are mad at Elon because he's cutting a lot of government spending. We were spending money on some ridiculous things. I saw one that we were spending money to see how fast shrimp could run underwater or something like that. I wish that was true, but I don't know if it was. But it also would not surprise me. There was some stuff we were spending money on that made not a lot of sense, but now he wants to save like $3 trillion by the end of 2026, something like that. 30 trillion, 30 billion, I don't know. But he's going to cut back on government spending, and that'll be interesting. Is it going to lower inflation? Price is going to go down? What's going to happen? Because we were spending money on some ridiculous things for a long time. And I hope that changes, because I'm not happy with the prices of things right now. I hope you ain't either. Gas is like kind of fluctuating up and down, but it's down near like $3 in Idaho right now, which isn't bad. I live in Washington, but dude, I'm driving over to that Walmart and I'm spending my money where it's only 5% tax. All right. And the gas is 70 cents cheaper. And I know they hate me for it. I have Washington plates, right? Cops just wish I went a mile over so they could pull me over, dude. They just wish. They're waiting for me to screw up, right? They might just pull me over just because they hate Washington people. And I don't blame them. I hate Washington people, and I live here, okay? If I could live in Idaho, I would. But you guys' apartments are full because everyone's moving there. And it's also getting expensive. Dude, Post Falls is not a nice place. Stop lying. Here's like, come move to Post Falls. Dude, it's just an area in northern Idaho with nothing to do. Like, it's grown a bit. Every time I drive down there, there's always construction and stuff. They got a Popeyes. I'll give you that. You got a Popeyes, all right? You got one thing going for you, okay? But let's not lie to ourselves here. It's not some elegant, magical land. Neither is Spokane. But at least we have a downtown with like an arena, an event center, and all sorts of stuff going on, right? Post Falls don't got that yet. So stop lying to us and charging $900 for monthly rent for just a desert, all right? Let's stop playing these games. But there'll be more to talk about next episode. I'm going to try to be getting on a weekly basis again. I apologize for missing so long. It's my bad. Life has been busy, but we'll make it work, okay? There's 30 minutes episodes. It doesn't take me too long to edit and make the graphics for it. I'm exposing myself right now, but some days I'm just not feeling it, or some weekends I'm just so busy that it gets behind me. But we're back on track. We are back to stay. And please follow me on Instagram at cadenkaiserman. No, it's is it at Caden? Yeah, I think it is. It's been so long, I forgot. But you can find my link tree there to my Spotify, YouTube, the Skits, TikTok, all that fun stuff. I'm really bad at uploading on TikTok and Instagram, honestly, but I'm going to get better. This is the year, bro. This is my year. We're already 3 months in. I know we're on our third month, 2 months in, but year starts now. All right, year starts now. January and February still counted for the good parts, but I'm excited to see what this year brings me. Comedy's been a lot of fun. Podcasting's been could be better. The skits is going to be fun. Yeah. Who knows what's lying ahead of us. But thank you so much for listening. If you like it, please subscribe and consider giving it a like and a comment. I don't care what you comment. Just comment something. Keep it PG, all right? Mom's watching. But thanks so much, and have a good night.